Hi, Shira7. Okay, so today I am making this video called Women Know Your Worth. I have been reading on Facebook so many bad comments about how the men, especially black men, they want their woman to contribute 50% of the bills and all that good stuff. And I'm just appalled. I mean, I didn't know it was that bad out there these days. I didn't know um, what guys have started doing. I did a video previously about how I feel sorry for the women that have to date guys of this generation. I feel so sorry for y'all. I am so sorry. I just want to put that out there right now. I can get a glimpse of what you're going through. I see why so many women decide to stay single purposely. And there's this, myth going around that, black women are single. It's because they choose to be. I mean, I see what they have to pick from, and shoot, I would be single too on purpose over and over again. I would say, you know what? If you want me to go 50-50, I can just get a roommate and go 50-50. I can get someone, who I don't have to worry about and go 50-50. I can get someone, I can host a foreign exchange student and get more money than you were trying to give me. Okay. So basically, it's not really working for the woman. This new 50-50 thing is a turn off, believe me. Now, some women have subscribed to it because they appreciate and they like the power that comes with the 50-50. Okay. And I perfectly understand that from that woman's point of view. Like if she's usually, run over by men or easily influenced by men, if she holds some money, she holds some power. Okay. Now there's some women that don't need money to hold power. Okay. And then there's some women who hold money and don't hold power either. Okay. So there's different kind of women. So the women who know their power, who don't need money to exert that power, y'all need to really understand that this 50-50 thing is not for y'all. Ding, okay? So, yeah, this 50-50 thing is not for women who hold power without money, okay? And y'all know who y'all are. I'm not going to go into detail about it. If you're one of those women, you already know, okay? So, basically, it's the kind of woman you are which determines your worth. Okay, you determine your own worth. A man does not determine a woman's worth. Okay, women determine their own worth. If you settle for somebody who wants 50% of the rent from you and calls themselves your husband, then that's your worth. That is your price on yourself. Okay, if you want to work 12 hours a day and stick your child in daycare just so you can have a husband who, works 12 hours and comes home and, sits on the couch while you still have to continue your job of taking care of the kids, then that's your value of worth to yourself. For me, I said this. I said this before I even met my husband. I said, I will not be one of those women who are working and bringing home money just like my husband. Because if I can do that, I don't need a husband. Okay. I knew my worth. I said, you know what? I can live with my best friend. I can be roommates with someone. I can host a foreign exchange student. I can adopt a foster child and get half the rent. Are you serious? Now, I'm just saying this because there are other ways to get half the rent, ladies. You don't have to settle for some, mediocre man. That's what I'm going to call him, a mediocre man. A real man will take care of all the responsibility and provide for his family. And men are saying, well, we've cottoned on to y'all. We know y'all are just trying to use us. We're not trying to use y'all. Y'all get married, y'all get a wife, you have a family, and that's your responsibility. It's it's not it's not going to be 50-50 with some women. I mean, do you think, what's her name? Evelyn Lozada, whatever her name is, do you think she's paying half the rent? I don't think so. Do you think, I mean, there are women who know their worth and they act like it. If you're a woman and you don't know your worth and you're just settling because guys say it's right, why would you believe somebody that's trying to get over on you? I mean, back in the days before a man could marry a woman, he had to give her family a dowry. He had to offer her lots of things before she would even consider marrying him. Why? Because a woman is a gift. A woman will multiply anything you give her. Okay? So you don't need, you don't need to settle for that. Ladies, if you can stay single until you get the type of man you want, I suggest you do it. You know, Women can get sex anytime, anywhere. All they got to do is step out their house. Men are saying the same thing, but they got to pay. They got to pay some woman, or they're gonna have to have sex or something with some subpar woman who nobody really wants. Okay, if you're marriage minded, first of all, ladies, you should already expect to be proposed to and to be married. You don't expect that, you won't be receiving it. Okay, so you need to start off with the plan before you even say yes to a date. You need to, if you're dating a man and he's not marriage material, it's called a waste of time. If you're just dating a man for a free meal, then whatever. Okay, men have caught on to that, and they know you're using them now. That's why they're asking for 50-50. So ladies, don't date a man unless he's marriage material. And if y'all watch that show, Millionaire Matchmaker, Patty, whatever her name is, she will not condone any woman paying any part of for a date. You know why? Because that is the man's job. A man courts a woman. Okay? If a woman courts a man, you know, she wants that man. That man has high value to her, so she's going to pay for it. But women, you should always value yourself high, you know. And this might sound sexist or, you know, whatever, but it's not. You know, you teach people how to treat you. If you wear, you know, Payless sandals, you know, too tight skinny jeans with the muffin top sticking out, tank top, hair in a scarf, and walk around and expect to be treated like you wearing Louboutins and, you know, Chanel, then you have another thing coming. You have to dress appropriately. You have to act like you want to be treated. No man is going to approach a woman who is pulled together so tight that, you know, and nice looking and has, you know, expensive written all over her. No one's going to approach her asking her to pay 50-50. No, they're going to say, look at her, you know, that's the type of woman I want to marry. She's all put together. She's beautiful. She knows her value. She knows her worth. I'm going to go and give her more. And that is true. If you look like that you don't want to be bothered with these 50-50 men, then the right one that doesn't expect 50-50 is going to approach you. Believe me. If you stand out in the crowd and you're not looking at this dude and that dude who, you know, who want to go 50-50 on the tab, man is going to walk in, see you sitting at the bar by yourself looking like Rick Ross says, a bag of money, and he's going to come up to you and he's going to offer to buy you a drink, and he's going to get to know you, and he's going to not have the same type of silly conversation these 50-50 men have. Okay, ladies, hold out. There are men out there who are in school, who are furthering their careers, who are making money so they can choose the type of wife that they want and not have to settle and ask for half the rent. Okay, if you settle for one of those men because you're impatient, that's your fault. You don't know your worth. Okay, I knew my worth. I would not seriously date a man unless he had a list. I had a list. If I couldn't check off, you know, 9 out of 10 on that list, I could not date you. And I think if women had these standards nowadays, that they would end up much happier in a relationship. They would end up having exactly what they want in life. And then, you know, after the fact that you're married and your husband takes care of you, you know, you have the opportunity to say, okay, now what do I want to contribute? You know, after a while, the woman is going to want to contribute because she's, you know, she has all this free time. She can go back to school. She can, you know, get into her hobbies and crafts, and, you know, she can find her love of whatever she needs to do, her talent, and she can expound on it, you know. So why would you want to stick your children in daycare, make your wife work, you come home, she come home, y'all both tired? It's not a turn on when husband says, hey, say babe, you got half the rent. No. If you marry somebody like that, you're always going to be looking to upgrade. I'm serious. Do not, like when I was dating guys that, didn't have their finances together, I was always looking to upgrade. I'm serious. I was like, I would never say things like in the future. I would never say, well, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, because I didn't plan to stay with them that long. I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe. Yeah, keyword maybe. As soon as I met someone who didn't ask me to go half or 50-50 or expect me to put gas in their car, I jumped ship with the quickness. Okay, I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids, but I upgraded with quickness because a man that knows a woman's worth will treat her a lot better than a man who doesn't. And I don't care if y'all call me materialistic or whatever. You can call me materialistic, but when a woman wants something, and especially if you can manifest things, when a woman wants something, she's gonna get it, okay? And I don't care how many men say I can't date women like that. I can't date women like that. That's fine. You don't have to date them. Somebody else will, and somebody else will pay for them, front the bill, marry them, take care of them and the children that they have, and let them live comfortable lives and happy lives. Women, if you know your worth, act like it. If you don't know your worth, you're going to be treated like it. If any guy had ever asked me to pay 50% of any bill, it better be my little brother, my little cousin, or my nephew. Okay? Nobody else. Okay? I'm not paying for nobody's bill. Are you serious? Okay. Anyway, I'm just sorry. I had to go off on this rant. Men, get it together. Don't chase after women if you don't have a career, if you don't have a 5-year plan, if you don't have your finances together, if you still live in your mama's house. Do not chase after women and try to seriously date her. She's not going to take you seriously, okay? And then you're going to mess around and end up getting her pregnant, and then you're going to be on child support, living that low life for the rest of your life. Don't do it. I knew a guy, he stayed single for over 10 years, and he was young. He was like my age. He did not get married until he was 30. And the whole time that he was single, he worked, and he did a side job as a DJ. And he worked, and he saved up enough money, and he bought a house in a nice area of town, and then he went and found his wife. Okay? He did not try to date everything out there moving, asking them to pay for this and pay for that. He went and got his stuff together so he could choose the type of woman he wanted instead of settling just for some random chick. Okay? Now, I know y'all are saying, well, how come you're not talking about love? How come you're not talking about love? Well, that's obvious that when you're attracted to someone and you get to know them and then you fall in love, that can happen. That's human nature. That's chemistry. People can fall in love with just about anyone if they have enough things in common, okay? You should not let love blind you into overlooking, how a man treats you and what he expects from you, I can be in love. But when you're broke and the bills are due and the lights are off, that in love feeling is going to fade with quickness, okay? I can't be in love with some man who can't pay the bills. I cannot be in love with some man who lets the water get turned off. Are you serious? I cannot be in love with a man who says, okay, baby, I know you just had a child and a baby, but it's just time to get back to work because we got to pay these bills. I cannot be turned on by that, and I'm always going to be looking for an upgrade from that type of man. And you know what? I could not date in this decade. I feel sorry for y'all women who do. If y'all have bought into that 50-50 thing, that's fine. I cannot date my brother, okay? I call that dating a brother or a roommate because that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you're with a child or a boy. I cannot do it. I need a man. And if men can't understand this, then that's why y'all having so many problems. A lot of guys are, and I have a lot of friends, especially white girls and Hispanic girls and all that. They don't have this problem, okay? When they go out, their man pays for bill, okay? Expect it. There's no talk about it. A man asks you out, a man pays bills, okay? If you ask a woman out, you're paying the bill. If you ask a woman to marry you, you're paying for the bills, okay? Unless that woman asks to marry you, then you are obligated. Okay? So if you expect a woman to respect you, you need to respect yourself first and get it together and stop asking a woman to go half-seas with you. Okay? It's not cute. It's not a turn on. I would rather date a butch lesbian who can front the bill and act like a gentleman than date some guy who got his hand out. Okay? I see why all the women are turning gay, because there's not enough real men out there. I mean, if you can date a lesbian and she treats you better than a man, then why would you even, want to dig in your purse or your pocket and pay for some dude? I mean, that's a turnoff. I mean, if somebody asks me, "Hey, baby, can you pay half this bill?" I'm just gonna walk out. I'm like, "No, you got it." Okay. I don't play that. And if you do, I'm sorry. If you choose to, because you get a power play out of it, that's fine. Some women have power without paying. And if you're one of those women, you need to flex your power right about now, because these guys, and if you have daughters, y'all need to teach them to raise their standards super high, okay? Because I can't deal with this. It's just pathetic. Like, I look at men today and I'm like disgusted. And like totally disgusted. I'm like, are you serious? That's why so many women are dating outside their race. Because, their dads and their grandfathers have long family traditions of providing for their family. And it's not looked down upon. It's looked at something to be proud of. Oh, yes, I'm proud. I can take care of my family. I'm super proud. I can go to work and bring home the bacon. My wife can stay home and take care of the kids. We don't have to put our kids in daycare. Okay? Our kids aren't, away from the house 12 hours a day because mommy has to work. Okay? So, yeah, my wife can go and cook gourmet meals every day because she has the time and she has the energy. Yes. My wife will be happier to see me when I get home than if she was at work every day slaving away the same as I am. And then when I get home, it's like everyone's too tired to even acknowledge each other. And then when it's time, to get busy or have sex, she's turned off by you. Okay? Why is she turned off? Because she can't respect you. You don't turn her on no more. You're not doing nothing for her. Okay? Women can step out of the house right now and say, and get sex from an attractive man. Okay? Attractive. So when you asking a woman to pay the rent, you're either giving her more power than you. More power, because she's going to flex. She's going to flex her power when she wants something done. Okay? And that's fine. But there's some women who can flex their power without working. And if y'all are one of those kind of women, y'all need to know your worth. Okay? And men, I'm sorry, but y'all need to be called out. This is a shame. This is a shame. Now, ladies, if you like paying 50-50 because you feel like you can call half the shots, great. But if you knew your worth, and you knew other things, you wouldn't have to do all of that. I might make a video on it. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. I'm sorry I had to go on this rant. But man, that's why I could never date anybody in this again. I'm sorry. I would just be like, get up right in the middle of dinner when you mention 50-50, I'm gone. I won't even order dinner. I'd be like, okay, you right, 50-50. You eat your meal, I'm going to go find somebody that's going to pay for all of us. Not you, but all of us, me and my friends, because that's what I'm used to. Okay? All right, peace.